Okay, this was the end of our lesson. But before we finish, I want us to play a quick yet interesting game. Okay, so what will happen is that as you are 40, you will divide yourself into group of 4. So each group will have 10 members each. Okay, now as you are dividing yourself, choose one group leader, and that group leader will come and choose these papers. I will not tell you now what these papers contain. So first group come. First group leader come. Second group leader come, please. And the third one. And the last group leader, please come and take. Thank you very much. Okay. So now I want you to open those papers and tell me the number you've got. Who got number 1?
It's me.
Ngoni. Who got number 2?
Me.
Sembele. Number 3?
Me, sir.
It's Tsetwayo. Number 4?
It's me.
It's Mrs. Mkize. Okay. So number 1, Ngoni. Come. Ngoni, do not disturb my class, please.
Oh,
I will punish you. I'll go to jail for that. Okay. Come, Mr. Ngoni, and choose now the question, or choose the first paper, any paper, and then read the questions aloud, and then paste under group 1. Okay. Choose any paper. Okay. Read the question out loud.
The question is, what was the British response? Did it help them to demonstrate fighting spirit of Boers?
Okay. Now paste under group 1. So group 1, now you will discuss this question. Okay, go and sit down, and as you and your whole group will answer. Let me repeat the question again for the whole class. The question for group 1 is, what was the British response? Did this help them demotivate fighting spirits of Boers? Okay, let me elaborate a little. Now, as you know that Boers changed to guerrilla war or tactic. Now, there was a response of Boers. Now, you have to tell me this response and tell me if did this help them demotivate these fighting spirits of Boers. So, group 1, answer me please. What was the response? Okay. Do not make noise, please. Do not make noise, they are talking now. Okay. The first point mentioned by group 1 is that the British went on the farms of the Boers, and when they went there, they took children, African servants, yes, and they did what? They took the women and put them in what we call a concentration camps. Yes, very good, group 1. And what did they also do when they get there in the farms? Yes, they burned them. So do you all agree with them? Do you all agree with them?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. So now those who got number 2, come and choose question here. This is the interesting game, isn't it?
It is, sir.
Yeah. Choose the question now here.
Any question?
Any question. Choose any question. And then read it aloud. Listen carefully. Do not disturb him.
If you were in British side, what would you do if to prevent death on the concentration camps?
Okay. Now paste under group 2. It's yours. Now group 2 gets ready and respond. We did this in this lesson. Now, okay, thank you, Sembele. Now let me repeat again the question for your whole class. If you were in the British side, what would you do to prevent deaths on the concentration camps? That is the question. As we've said here, I like the way that they followed each other, this question. The first question was saying what was the British response, and we say that they took African Boer women and children, and they are servants, black servants to the concentration camps. As we have studied that in the concentration camp there were many deaths. Now, the second question is saying, what if you were in the British side, if you were the authorities and power to control the concentration camp? What would you do to prevent these many deaths that were happening? Group 2. Group 2. Give me the answer. Okay? The other saying that they will free the Boers. Okay, you were fighting, you free the poor women, or free these people. You were fighting and you are fighting. Will you just free the people in the fighting? No, you can't do that. What will you do? Yes. Others are saying in group 2, they will improve the condition, living condition. They will give them good food, good water, and also give them good apartment they will stay in. Yes, this is good reasoning. So we will also do that. Do you agree with them? Rest of the tasks, do you agree with them?
Yes.
What would you like to add? Ngoni, what would you like to add? How would you prevent deaths in the camps when people are dying because it's in cold nights, they were dying, food the food that they were getting were not enough, they were no medical care. What will you do? What will you do, Ngoni? He's saying that he will try to give them good water. Yes, that's the other good example. Okay, now going to group 3. Who's got number 3?
Me, sir.
Tetuayo, come. Choose the question. There are 2 questions left. There are 2 questions left. Choose any question and read them out aloud. What is the question saying?
What attack that changes was did after adopting the guerrilla war? Explain its significance.
Thank you. Okay, first under group 3 question. No, here. Yes, thank you. Here, let me repeat the question as I do. Okay, what are taking tactical changes Boers did after adopting the guerrilla war? Explain its significance. Okay, group 3, give me the answer. This one is the easiest because we explain this while explaining this question, and also I search this while explaining this question. What tactical changes did the Boers do? Yes, very good, because I highlighted this during my lesson. Yes, they did what we call hit and run, because they seen that now British were overcoming them, so they will just attack them out of nowhere and then run after that. They will take their supplies from Britain and prevent the train from entering the apartment of the British. Yes, that's what tactical change they did. Now, how was it important? How was it important? Okay, it was important because the Boers were now not getting other supplies, and this also told them they saw that this war was not ending. So it was important. Thank you, group 3. Now the last group, Mrs. Mkize, come and choose. This is your last question. Now explain, Mrs. Mkize.
Give 2 roles played by the poor women during the war.
Thank you, Mrs. Mkize. Here's your post-it. Now, group 4 of Mrs. Mkize answer. 2 roles played by the poor women during the war. Yes? Group 4? Yes, they were motivating Boers. They were motivating Boers. What's other point they were doing? They were cooking. Yes, they were cooking for the Boers and uplifting their spirits. So I'm glad that you all understood the lesson. Thank you. Let's now cut it. This was a good game, isn't it?
Yo!